Well, it's interesting. I'm planting these zucchini here, and they're growing pretty well. You know, they all look pretty good. But there's one in particular I'm wanting to point out. This one right here. And the reason why is because of where I planted it. The boys and I, we found a dead carcass, I found it, a dead possum on the road. It was hit by a car right in front of our house. It hadn't been there very long. It didn't have rigor mortis. It was still flexible. It did not have rigor mortis, so it was pretty freshly killed. So I, grabbed a rag and grabbed it by the tail using the rag, and we buried it right here. And I specifically did that on purpose. I didn't know what I wanted to plant over it, but I had heard from watching another video, a YouTube video, talking about using a dead carcass, and you can use dead fish. He had done a dead chicken. Any small animal that you can bury, you can plant something over it, and it will help the plant. And I'm finding that to be very true here. This zucchini has some of the first zucchini ready to be picked. I could harvest that one right now. It's got a bunch that are coming along. And it's bigger, it's greener, it's just a healthier plant. And I planted it directly over where we buried that possum, probably, maybe a month or so earlier. The possum had been in there a while before I planted this zucchini. And here's proof right here. You look at the other plants, and they're healthy. They look nice, but they are considerably smaller. And this one's right on the same row. It's kind of hard to tell because they're so close together. I mean, that one you can see is quite a bit smaller. The ones over there on the edge farther away from it are smaller. And they're all looking healthy. I mean, these are all going to give me good zucchini, but this one directly over the possum carcass is just nice. That's a big, healthy plant. Look at that leaf. Look how big that leaf is. You can see we just got some rain. So anyways, I just wanted to make a video about that to prove that it's true, that does work. You know, when you find a dead carcass of an animal in the road, instead of just leaving there and letting it rot and just be a mess and disgusting, you can actually put it to good use. You know, be careful when you move it. You know, for me, I used a old rag, and I just grabbed it by the tail of the possum, and we have the hole dug, and I just walked it back here and dropped him in the hole, and it was buried. Took us less than 5 minutes. It was pretty simple, and we got rid of a dead carcass on the road and helped our garden at the same time. So, enjoy some nice zucchini. Couple of cottonmouths over here. They could be anywhere. They like to feed on fish. I mean, frogs and probably fish too, but it might be a little tricky for them to catch fish, so they stalk frogs. And yeah, gotta be careful. Yep, I got a bunch of grass growing in here, so I'm gonna get a before and after. I won't get any video of me weeding it, but I'm gonna get a before and after here. It's quite a bit growing, man. It's pretty much just grass too. The weeds aren't that bad. It's just that grass. It pulls out pretty easy. Not too bad. I'll just use a shovel, do some cultivating and weeding at the same time. It's a pretty thick amount. So anyways, yeah, just gonna get a before and after here. So, cool. That's one of the parents going close to the nest. Probably should stop. I don't want to make them mad because I love these birds. The bird has no idea I would never do anything to hurt it or its babies. I love that bird so much, and I'm so happy it's in my property, putting a nest and having babies, creating a life. It's awesome. So, good job, mockingbird. But anyways, I was going to record my work I did here. I think it looks pretty good now. I cultivated and weeded. I used to have a sweetheart daughter who would do this for me, and she did a fantastic job every time. She worked slow and methodical, and believe me, it would look better than what I've done, but you know, I'm pretty happy with this. Walk around a little bit. There's that nest. So, I have some cotton plants. I bought some cotton seed, and I'm going to be transplanting them over here, but I have some time. I want them to get bigger before I transplant them. Some nice plants here. Sometimes I get lost at what I'm focusing at. I get a nice focus. I get focus here. Focus pictures. Flashing red. Just all. Anyway, that's the work I've done, and looks pretty good so far. I was gonna water it, but since it looks like it might rain today, it's kind of a cloudy, looking like rain today type of day. So I'll wait and see if it's gonna rain more. These are the acacia trees. They're looking really nice.